Now, Animal Crossing is about 1 month away, and we figured that it was a good chance to have a discussion exactly why...
No. Actually, you guys have talked a lot about how much you are invested in Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
And I'm like happy to enable that. On another level, I still am yet to understand why. So I'm actually gonna can we just like, no, that's better. Cool. So.
Wait, what's happening?
Yeah,
Are you done? What's happening?
No, don't worry about it.
fine.
He's being Jack. It's fine. Just
I
let him do it.
have
Okay.
absolutely taken over the show. So look, I have never played an Animal Crossing game in my life.
Yes.
It came out on, for I guess, like Western audiences, it came out on the GameCube.
Yes.
And then it was on, a lot of people played it on the DS as Wild World, I think it
Yeah.
was. And then it was Animal Crossing New Leaf on 3DS.
Right.
We're not
No,
talking-
there was, and the Wii as well. We had the Wii chat.
Nah, true.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about like Happy Home Designer because
Yeah. Oh, look, I didn't hate Happy Home Designer. The board game one was worse, but yeah.
But it's not
Nice.
quite the same.
Yeah.
But like, when did you get on to the Animal Crossing train? I guess to start with.
First of all, I just want to say thanks for inviting us out of the whole NGP team to be the people that are going to change your mind on
Both
this.
of you were the ones arguing in a Discord meeting about
Yeah.
who got to do the review. So
Yeah,
you
that
were
is true.
absolutely the first ones.
Big time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Now you go first. Like my story is pretty long and storied on it. So yeah.
Right. I guess I played the GameCube version as my first experience.
Oh,
but
okay.
It was my
Yeah,
first.
same by the way. Yeah.
It was my first experience with gaming in real time, like
Yeah.
with the novelty of the clock bringing in seasonal events that was
Yep.
special only for that particular moment, and if you were
Yep.
too late, you missed it. I think it was something that really resonated with me on an emotional, spiritual level. I'm not sure, but I guess like the graphics and things like that were just like
They were quite different for
so
the time.
beautiful. Yeah, they were. Very,
It was its
yeah.
own style. I
Yeah.
think that again, it was a pass the time game. So you played it because you just like, cool, I got a couple hours, I'll fish, I'll do this,
Yes.
I'll see this event. So it was all these kind of like, especially in that era, because it was like teenage era, like I was 15, 16.
It was my gateway game.
Yeah.
Gateway drug game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one as well is it had a lot of, so you had to find them because they were just random furniture items, which you'd had the Nintendo that had Excite Bike and Balloon Fight, randomly the things. So they were items in the game as well. So even as a
In the
chance,
world?
yeah. So it was like you set them up on like a TV and bloop, and it came out. It was like a copy of Excite Bike that you could
Yeah.
play.
Right,
So
cool.
even as a chance to just play classic games, it was good on that. So it was that loving thing of, you know, you fished, you did all these silly things. You had this like silly little town. It was a good analog for
Wholesome.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a sociopath's guide to life is the other thing to keep in mind. It's like how do you train people how to be real humans? You make them get alone with Tom Nook.
Yes, and one other thing I'd like to add to that is that it's a really mindful game.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that even though there's no rat race, there's no rush to the end. It's like you
That's the
can
thing.
really play at your own pace and do whatever that you feel
Yeah.
like whenever you feel like.
Because like every other game, I feel like that you hear about that you talk about is like you sit down and this is the story and this is the gameplay and all
Yeah.
the rest of it. But like this kind of fits into your life in a very different sort of
Yeah.
way where it's like I've had a shit day at work. I want to go fishing.
I'm gonna hang out with some villagers, make some buds, go dig some fossils,
is-
complete my museum. There's just
Exactly why the 3DS version has been so long lasting.
Yeah.
Because people can play it on the bus, on the train, you
Yeah,
play for a couple
true.
hours. You're at lunchtime, cool, I'll catch a couple of fish. You know, your loan doesn't have a date on it. Unlike a real mortgage, it's like you don't miss a payment, Tom Nook
Yeah.
comes around and breaks your legs. It's basically, cool, I've earned all this money. I mean, I've known people and they're like, oh yeah, I've done this and I've done that, I've done that. I'm like, I didn't even know you could get extra shops. All I've done is go fishing. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's that thing of like, I didn't even know there was a coffee shop. Like, everyone's
Yeah.
like, like KK will play at the coffee shop every Saturday night. I'm like, will he?
there's
Fuck, I
a
don't
sense
know.
of progression as you continue to earn in-game currency. Your town grows naturally. But
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Jack.
Yeah.
Have you played Stardew Valley?
bits and pieces,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so there's an element of Stardew Valley that, like, I believe they emulated Animal Crossing and added new elements to it to give it its own twist.
Right.
But the elements that are in Animal Crossing are really stress-inducing. There's like, every time it's nighttime, you're hustling to get back to your house, and then you lose all your inventory if you on your current, like, I think it's money when
in
you.
Stardew.
In Animal-
In
oh,
Stardew, right? In Stardew, right.
So Stardew
yeah.
takes that from Harvest Moon. That's where it.
Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Stardew is the baby of Harvest Moon in Animal Crossing. in
Yeah,
that sense,
it's a really hugely defined genre now
Yeah.
that has a lot of other competitors in there. For
Yeah.
depending on what kind of things you really like to get out of your gaming
Like you
experience.
have all of these different modifiers and all these
Yeah,
different games.
yeah,
So it's like
yeah.
you kind of get to pick and choose. But Animal
Yeah.
Crossing seems to be the one that people keep coming back to.
Exactly.
And it's because of this like long history, this like
Yeah.
borderline Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
Like
It doesn't really date. There's no aging to it, and I think that it's timeless, and I really have to give props to Nintendo. I'm sure you can agree with me on this. They've extended the life of the brand by releasing iterations of the main game that people want so dearly, like the new game New Horizons. So, to be honest, they did release Happy Home Designer, which was just a home decorating game.
Yeah,
that was literally
people
it.
come in. I like
All the
blue. I
elements-
like tennis. Can you make
Exactly.
something that's a blue tennis theme?
All the elements of the village were gone. It was
Yeah.
simply just helping other villages decorate.
Right.
So you got
Okay.
that really interior decorating stylist energy.
Yeah.
But then they released Pocket Camp on Android and iOS,
Yeah.
and it became a monetized version of a franchise that
Yeah.
everyone wanted to get their hands on. Everyone, by this time, people were like, "Oh, that's fine. I get that the mobile game's out. It's really cute and everything. The graphics are really crispy and it
Yeah.
looks gorgeous, but everything costs to win."
And they added on the flower elements
Yeah.
and breeding the flowers.
And now they have a
and
subscription-based
yeah,
service.
I saw.
Like,
I
they're
saw.
really-
I'm
what they're
like,
doing is like experimenting with
Yeah.
all these things on mobile. So when they make the strategic decisions on HD, so like Nintendo on Switch,
Yeah.
it's not gonna fail as much because they've already done
yeah.
this.
So this is the other thing as well. Is New Leaf had the big update in the middle, which was the camper update, which had the Hello Kitty stuff and all that. So it basically 5 years into its release, it got a huge upgrade, like a huge upgrade. That was when they released the new 3DSs that were designed like Animal Crossing.
Literally new 3DS.
Yeah. And also that was like they had the Animal Crossing themed one, and it's a late time to release a one.
actually have that
Been out
3DS, yeah.
been out for
Same,
5 years, yeah. And so they did that, and that was how they extended life previously. And like Megan's saying, Pocket Camp does it the old-fashioned gacha way, and it's not even really gacha. It's just you pay to speed things up, so it's that
Yeah.
kind of thing. So it's got a lot of the elements of kind of the clickers, but with that instead. And it just didn't scratch enough of my itch. Do you know what I mean? Like it just did things that were too, like I got what they were going for, and I think there's some elements that they did with the way they deal with dealing with the animals in the camp and stuff that I think they could bring across and do well. But if I'm paying $100 for it, you're not nickel and diming me. Like, go fuck yourself. I
On a
want to go
Switch,
fish.
yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
go sell them to
That's
Reese,
fair.
and then I want to go like to Brewster's Club, and that's all I want to do.
Yeah.
And if I got to pay to do that, like go fuck yourself. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be real sad.
Well,
So-
I mean, we are waiting for more details to come out because we are, I mean, as of recording, on an eve or coming up to a Nintendo Direct, which is very, very
in like
exciting.
5 hours time. So
Yeah.
hang in for there. But my tip to
Not
you,
going to
Jack,
bed.
if you're still not convinced, jump onto social media, join these micro Facebook groups,
Yeah.
get amongst the
Fair.
community and see what people are hyping up about. But there's also 1,000 million different YouTube videos about all the new features you can look forward to in the New Horizons game that you must have a look at just before you make your
Yeah.
final decision.
You haven't quite gotten me 100% there, but I'm a lot closer than I was before. New Horizons is coming out in March
Yes,
20th.
March 20th.
Hopefully it doesn't get delayed
Same
again.
day
I'm
Doom
taking a
Eternal.
day off work, man. I'm there.
Yeah,
I'm so
I
keen.
mean, I don't have that same problem, but I'm just like, yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. I'm taking my Switch with me, so it's
Nice.
fine. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Let's see if I get as into it as these
You
two.
can visit my village.